There is no doubt that the popularity of cryptocurrency has grown throughout the years. Nowadays, several countries have made it legal and some even accept it as a method of payment. In today's video, we'll be discussing some of the countries who plan to, as well as already have, adopt crypto as a payment method and are using it in everyday life. And, spoiler alert, there are quite a few who are looking to soon accept it as payment. But before we get into the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to the channel with notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the new videos we post. To start off, the people of El Salvador have already begun utilizing Bitcoin, one of the best-known cryptocurrencies, as a means of wealth, storage, and payments. The movement has been galvanized by Jack Mallers, the creator of the Zap and Strike Bitcoin payments app. He has also helped to create a bill to make Bitcoin legal tender in the country. The transition to legal tender removes capital gains from the equation and allows people to move and convert Bitcoin without worrying about taxes. As of now, El Salvador is set to be the first Bitcoin country and the first country to make Bitcoin legal tender and treat it as a world currency and have Bitcoin on their reserves, said Mallers during the 2021 Bitcoin conference. El Salvador officially adopted Bitcoin as legal tender on June 9, 2021, making it the first country to do so. Next, we have Paraguay. Following El Salvador's landmark vote to adopt Bitcoin as an official currency earlier this year, another domino in Latin America looks set to fall. The Central American country made history when it voted to make Bitcoin legal tender on June 9th, a decision that was applauded by politicians in a slew of Latin American countries, including Panama, Argentina, and Brazil. Lawmaker Carlos Rejala is now leading a bid to implement legislation to make Paraguay the second country to do so. Earlier on, he announced on Twitter that he would be introducing a bill in the country's National Congress in July that would likely mirror El Salvador's new cryptocurrency law, as well as introducing measures to make Paraguay a hub for foreign crypto investors. The draft legislation, which, according to Rejala, will be published on July 14th, would also seek to establish Bitcoin as legal tender. So what do we know about the bill so far? Well, simply put, the devil is in the details, the bulk of which have not been widely circulated yet. What we do know, though, has been gleaned from information teased by Rejala on his social media accounts. And what is certain is that the speed of which any law in Paraguay is drafted, debated, and enacted will be slower than in El Salvador. The Salvadoran President Nayib Bukele introduced and passed legislation to recognize Bitcoin as an official currency alongside the US dollar just 3 days after announcing his intention to do so on June 5th at the Bitcoin 2021 conference in Miami. Having tweeted his approval and his intention to follow Bukele's example, it will be more than a month before Rejala unveils his draft bill to Paraguayan parliamentarians. A potential hurdle for Rejala is the prospect of solidifying consensus around the idea from his fellow lawmakers from other political factions. He is a congressman representing the Hagamos Party, a party with only 2 seats in the 80-seat Chamber of Deputies. It's unclear as yet whether Rejala enjoys wider support in the larger establishment parties. However, the use of Bitcoin and other altcoins in the country is soaring, as it is in much of Latin America, aided by a recent flux of companies announcing they would accept cryptos as a method of payment. Last week, Grupo Cinco, a large entertainment holding company based in Paraguay, announced that 24 of its businesses would begin accepting cryptocurrencies, including Bitcoin and Ether, as payment options from July. Speaking to La Nación newspaper on Friday, Rejala said he was proud that so many Paraguayan companies were now embracing cryptocurrencies. "We are proud that since we announced that we are working on a bill that legalizes the use of digital assets, better known as digital currency, or its most popular version Bitcoin, as legal tender in Paraguay for any type of commercial transaction, various Paraguayan companies have already joined and taken a step forward into the new era of transactions," he said. Along with Paraguay, the United States has also taken a generally positive stance towards Bitcoin, though several government agencies work to prevent or reduce Bitcoin use for illegal transactions. The United States is one of the countries which allows people to use Bitcoin as a payment method. However, because it's a federal country, the jurisdiction for each state is different. So while trading through Bitcoins, traders need to find whether it is legit to trade with Bitcoin in a certain state or not. Interestingly enough, the USA has made positive changes about using BTCs as a payment method since 2013. There are several cities in the US which are Bitcoin hotspots, including San Francisco, which is home to several cryptocurrency trading platforms. More specifically, more than 24 merchants are adopting Bitcoin as a payment system. Like its southern neighbor, the US, Canada maintains a generally Bitcoin-friendly stance while also ensuring that cryptocurrency is not used for money laundering. Bitcoin is viewed as a commodity by the Canada Revenue Agency. This means Bitcoin transactions are viewed as barter transactions, and the income generated is treated as business income. The taxation also depends on on whether the individual has a buying-selling business or is only concerned with investing. Canada considers Bitcoin exchanges to be money service businesses. This brings them under the purview of the anti-money laundering laws. Bitcoin exchanges need to register with the Financial Transactions and Reports Analysis Centre of Canada, report any suspicious transactions, abide by the compliance plans, and even keep certain records. In addition, some major Canadian banks have banned the use of their credit or debit cards for Bitcoin transactions. The next country that is looking to be accepting crypto as payment is the European Union. On the 22nd of October of 2015, the European Court of Justice ruled that buying and selling digital currencies is considered a supply of services and that this is exempt from value-added tax in all European Union member states. Additionally, some individual EU countries have also developed their own Bitcoin stances. In Finland, the Central Board of Taxes have given Bitcoin a VAT exempt status by classifying it as a financial service. Bitcoin is treated as a commodity in Finland and not as a currency. The Federal Public Service Finance of Belgium has also made Bitcoin exempt from VAT. In Cyprus, Bitcoin is not controlled or regulated either. The Financial Conduct Authority of the United Kingdom has a pro-Bitcoin stance and wants the regulatory environment to be supportive of the digital currency. Bitcoin is under certain tax regulations in the UK. The NRA of Bulgaria has also brought Bitcoin under its existing tax laws. Germany is open to Bitcoin, where it is considered legal but taxed differently depending on whether the authorities are dealing with exchanges, miners, enterprises, or users. Similar to other countries, a politician from Panama shared comments on Twitter after hearing about the movement in El Salvador. Congressman Gabriel Silva said that Panama cannot be left behind, that he plans to propose similar action. This is important, and Panama cannot be left behind. If we want to be a true technology and entrepreneurship hub, we have to support cryptocurrencies. We will be preparing a proposal to present at the Assembly. If you are interested in building it, you can contact me, said Silva. Like the Panama politician, Fabio Osterman, a state deputy for Rio Grande do Sul of Brazil, joined in with laser eyes on Twitter and also retweeted a post from the popular Bitcoin account. The Documenting Bitcoin post said that Osterman has added laser eyes indicating support for Bitcoin. Another federal deputy of Brazil, Gilson Marquez, made a new laser eye profile picture with the hashtags Bitcoin and To the Moon. Marquez also stated that he was the first deputy of Brazil to say tax is theft in the Chamber of Deputies. Switzerland is the prominent country among those states which also allow people to use BTCs for taxation purposes. It can be said that Switzerland is one of the pioneer countries that accepted digital currency as a payment for some public services. Switzerland started the trial scheme from the town of Zug, which is also known as the Crypto Valley, because of its attitude towards cryptocurrencies. What's more, Zug wasn't the first location in Switzerland where it adopted paying taxations through BTCs. Zermatt, which is also one of the most resided municipalities, allowed Swiss people to use BTCs for payment purposes, including for public services. Moreover, Swiss Federal Railways, which is a government-owned railway company, allows people to buy tickets with Bitcoins. The last country we have for today that's looking to accept crypto as payment is Mexico. And along with other politicians, Senator Indira Kempis of Mexico added laser eyes to her profile on Twitter and shared some Bitcoin-related posts in a show of support. She also retweeted Tyler Winklevoss, who said, "First they ignore you, then suddenly Paraguay, Argentina, Panama, Brazil, El Salvador, and Nicaragua embrace hashtag Bitcoin." Kempis also retweeted a tweet from writer Derek Ross, which read, "Mexico has joined Latin America in the hashtag Bitcoin journey." Hopefully, Indira Kempis follows through with her laser eyes and helps introduce the legislature to bring the Bitcoin standard to Mexico. Thank you for starting this revolution, Nayib Bukele. Very exciting times are ahead. All in all, the bottom line is that although Bitcoin is over 10 years old, many countries still do not have explicit systems that restrict, regulate, or ban the cryptocurrency. The decentralized and anonymous nature of Bitcoin has challenged many governments on how to allow legal use while preventing criminal transactions. Many countries are still analyzing ways to regulate the cryptocurrency. Overall, Bitcoin remains in a legal gray area for much of the world. With that said, that's going to wrap up this video. Thanks for watching.